Recording. Okay, let's start the recording. And we are going to work today on standing in our value and visibility. And also we are going to look how shame and keeping of secrets, like how secrets affect this. And you know, I don't know what kind of secrets, but I think we all also keep secrets as practitioners too. Like we hear people's stories, so we have those, but there may be also secrets like of the trade. Like we sometimes cannot show right away everything when people are not ready for it, right? And who knows, like other secrets may show up, you know, that will keep us back. Like I can think of past lives, you know, like people have to keep their power hidden because they were more vulnerable to being thrown in the fire or poison or who knows what. And then family secrets also were often kept. I was listening to what Sharon was sharing in our other group, where we are working on embracing more love in our life. She was sharing the shame of the victims of incest, you know, and how that affects people. And I have seen that like in other groups that I was working with people. Sometimes like incest can affect generations. Like there was one case where 7 generations back there was incest in the family and was still affecting them now. So yeah, it can go anywhere. So fasten your seatbelts. When we put secrets in, let's see what shows up. I'm ready. And I would like you to voice your intentions also, because that helps to set it up. So let me put out some of the parts that we have already. Okay. And I'm recording. Okay, good, perfect. Yes. It's sunshine. Hello. You will mute your sunshine. Or no? Who is that? You? Okay, Shirley's dog. Okay, it's mute now. I will also put my speaker view. And I think I can pin it. No. Pin video, spotlight video. Okay. Is this better? Can you see me big now?
Yeah.
Okay. And can someone help me, someone who can stay for the whole constellation, can you help me writing down the colors?
Yes, I prepared that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's start with us as the conscious entrepreneurs, conscious individuals. I will use our pink. Since
so is that an extra then?
Yeah. Yeah, let's use that as yeah, like the one that has to come out, the one that has to be visible at the end, right? So that's us. I will put it in the middle first. Okay. So then next one would be the part that you called, you know, like the part that can stand in the visibility, the part that is hiding, that's in the closet, that is there, and you have the conversations with them. So that part that will have to stand in the visibility, that is still hesitant at times, and we don't hear their voice often, or we make them shut up. But do we like the red one for that?
I like red.
Okay.
Yep.
So the one coming out of the closet, and I start sweating right away, just touching it. Wow. Woo. Okay, so I think I will just put them here for now. And then we have the clients or the audience or the people that we interact with that are going to see us and see also that part that is coming out, like here I am. So clients, what color can I use for clients?
I like the dark blue.
Dark blue, okay, clients. And I think I see them here. And so then, this is our goal, right? Like this is the value we are putting out. This is the gift we are putting out, or the service, the product, the whatever we are offering out there, or or selling. Let's call it selling. We are selling it here. We are not offering it for free anymore, so we are selling it. So whatever we want to sell and be seen for that value. So that's this here. So I think I'm putting it here. And then the part of us that has some secrets is keeping some secrets for whatever reasons. Could be also unconscious. Do you guys like brown for it? The secret keeper?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. The secret keeper. And then shame. Do you like gray for shame?
For the olive grain?
The olive gray. This one?
Yeah, for me that's...
Okay. Shame. So I feel like shame is here. A keeper of the secrets, that part, and that is coming out. I think we need to put money in, right? And so it's the high end value, right? Yeah, money.
Yeah.
And so when I'm putting it in, I'm putting it 2,000 and up, okay? That's how I feel, like it should be 2,000 and up. We are working here. We are not working with under 100 or under 2,000, so here. That way it will keep it at that level, okay. Okay, I'm ready. Is there anything else that is coming up for anyone? If not, yes? If not, then you can state your intention for yourself or also out loud if you like. So my intention is to help us to come out and be visible. Help us also to reconciliate with these parts or figure out, you know, how to work with them because they will be showing up at different times in our life, in my opinion. So like I want us to learn how to work with them, the keeper of secrets and the shame. And I would like us to also to get to the state of being confident about our value and charging the high-end prices for our gifts and and services. So, okay. And I want our clients also to help us, you know, to understand them and what is it that they need from us so that this can work and be aligned. Okay, so I see the clients actually. I'm looking at the clients now. It's so interesting. So the clients are standing actually on this one, and they stand there because they want to come closer to us, and they don't see that part, but they kind of feel like magnetically pulled towards our heart. So heart to heart is being pulled to each other like like two magnets. But they don't see this one. The visible one is invisible. And that's why they can stand on top of it and kind of overshadow it even, kind of covering it up. Okay, let's see. How is it for us? And so when they come like this close, then I feel a headache. I'm like, that's too close. Like I need to push them out. Like you need to stay a little bit further where I can see you. Like when you are this close, it's suffocating. I cannot see you and I feel suffocated. So I need to push them, but see, like I'm pushing them both. I'm pushing the visible one and I'm pushing the clients. They're somehow connected. So push them all, both away, and now I don't even want to look. Yeah, I don't want to look now. I don't even want to look at them. Wow, they're really bothering me now. And so I think what's happening is, you know, like sometimes when it's like this, like I cannot even keep it closed, is because it's not about that. Like, or I need to deal with something else first, and I don't want them to see it. Okay, so I need to hide this. So we started the constellation about this, and now it's not about this. I have to work on something else. Whew. Oh, much better. I need to remove myself from there. Have to hide it, cover it up so I don't feel it's close. And I'm like, I don't even want them to hear. Still bothers me because they can hear. It's like they're not far enough, they could hear us. Wow. So I need to take them outside. Sorry, I will be right back. Can't work.
Wow, this really sounds like cliquey girl, you know, oh, we can't talk, she's around, sort of
Yeah.
push.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Much better. Now we can work. So interesting. Oh my God. So this is here. This is the gift. This is the money. funny. So I'm like, yeah, I take the money, I take the gift. If I don't have to deal with the clients and being visible. Oh. The keeper of the secrets. I'm breathing more heavy. There's a little bit of sadness, but I don't understand it yet. What's coming to me is something like you've worked so hard, like you're so loyal, you work so hard, you're so dependable, and nobody will ever know, or nobody ever knew. I don't know where I'm going, but it's pulling me down, and I'm getting chills, and I think that there's connection to like there's connection to Mother Earth. It's like, okay, like it's like Earth or the planet like sees it all and has to carry it all, and it's like, you know, there's even a story, I think, isn't there, like a story where someone like dig the hole to say the secret to the earth. It really feels like that the earth is full of secrets that it has been holding, and it's all there, you know, like it really feels like it's collective. It's ages and ages of secrets. It's secret knowledge. It's also it's events that happen. It's things that we thought that were inappropriate and we should be ashamed for. Like it's all kind of like suppressed, and it's in the field, and like the whole earth is like drenched with that. And it feels heavy. It just feels so heavy. And I'm getting to the weepiness. The thing is also, like, I'm very clear standing here, being here, that there is nothing wrong. Like, it's like the secrets is all like part of development of the consciousness, of the parts of the whole, but also of the whole. At the same time, there, like, something wants to pop, like it wants to click, it wants to shift. Phew, now my heart hurts here. Because it's so stagnant. So what I feel here is that collectively we need to get together and kind of like look at this. Like, yes, we have been suppressing secrets, we have been suppressing some experiences, We haven't been talking about them ever. We have kind of like put them away inside of our psyche, but we did it also collectively. We did it also as groups, like groups saying like, oh, don't tell anyone, like, oh, no one should know about this. This is a professional secret. This is a political secret. This is, the secret to not to provoke the social class clashes, secrets between nationalities or cultures and different countries, different groups, religious groups, secrets in science, in education, in historical facts. For some reason, like, people seem that as individual, but also as groups, we think that we have to keep something hidden from others. And we think that somehow we are protecting them or the whole, or not causing big waves, not causing big conflicts, not causing big revolutions, upheavals or uprisings. And it's like, it's all around us, you guys. Like, it feels like it's all around us. Like, the air is even drenched with that. The earth is soaked in it. It's everywhere. And it's just heavy, kind of like this yucky energy. While there is nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, except our belief that we would cause waves, we would cause uprisings, conflicts, pain, problems. And it may not necessarily be true. Just by expressing it, I already start feeling a little bit lighter. And I feel seen. I feel that I was witnessed. And it is like, it is hard work, kind of, to keep secrets, to keep things suppressed. It's like suppressing a movement. It's like a baby wants to learn how to crawl, and now you tell them, no, you cannot, because it's not the right time yet, and because you may hurt yourself, or you may cause others to get hurt. So there is this like suppression, and it just feels like one wants to move forward but cannot, and it would be so much easier without having to keep the secret. But we have to do it the right way. We have to do it in a way that nobody gets hurt. We have to do it in a way that we don't get attacked. We have to do it in a way where there is not a big uprising, not a big revolution, so that it never really gets done. Because we are protecting, and the more we do that, the more we suffocate it inside, and the more suppressed we become, the more rigid we become, the more inauthentic we become, and kind of like we are not really selling or not really doing what we want to do. We are doing things that we think that people want us to do, or want us to do. Like, we do things that we think it's appropriate, and those that we think it's not appropriate, we don't share those for fear of society not being ready, or fear like maybe I'm wrong. I never really tested it, so I may be wrong. It's like this researcher, like, yeah, I discovered this thing, but you know, it may be good, it may not. It's still at the experimental stage until I tried it out enough, right? It can actually cause a lot of trouble. So there is a potential actually that it can cause a revolution. It can cause me to be attacked by others, even be imprisoned. I don't know if it will, how it will land, and how is it going to grow. But still, the more I'm talking about that, I feel I'm getting lighter and stronger. And it's so interesting that I, you know, like, it's so interesting. I kicked out the clients and the one who wants to be visible, and they should have witnessed this, because I think that they would feel much better about themselves. And now I'm like, why did I kick them out? Oh my God, like, I could have brought this behind me already, speaking this up. They would have witnessed it, and they would have felt, you know, compassion, and kind of like, I'm sure they would have understood, because they do this as well. And now I kept them protected from this. It's so funny. Oh my God, I think that I may be ready to call them in and to speak up. But before I do that, I'm going to the shame. Just in case. Just to make sure that I don't cause big trouble. But I'm much lighter for sure, and I feel more courage now. But there is also excitement that is mixed with fear. It's like, I have no idea how it will land. It may really not be appreciated. And it may be ridiculed. But still, just speaking about it, I already feel more confident. Because I see, so, you know, eventually it will have to come out anyway. Eventually someone will have to speak about it anyway, otherwise we are going to explode. We are going to have so much headaches, like, and especially headaches. I think headaches have to do a lot with this. Headaches and this like stagnation and this suffocation, being stuck, not moving ahead. Even if it's ridiculous, even if some bad words come out, or inappropriateness, even if I'm naked in front of others, or I'm like, I totally make a fool of myself. If I do that or someone else does that, it doesn't matter. Like, eventually someone will have to tap into that part of the consciousness and live it out, express it, test it, how it lands, and what happens with that, and how things starts moving once it's out. So it's interesting, because I'm realizing, like, it's the collective, and we are parts of the collective, and we can play it out without judging ourselves, because if I don't do it, who is going to do that? Someone else will. So if I don't ridicule myself, someone else will. And is that any better if someone else does that? No. And someone has to take care of it. And even if I ridicule myself, it's better than if I don't, because we will suffocate and explode, implode. We will just get sicker and sicker and more stuck as a whole, more stuck as a whole collective, more stuck as entire groups, more stuck as entire individuals that have certain levels of connection to some part of the information, some part of the experience. Yeah, it even feels like even like sexuality, you know, like I think that right now so many people are coming out about their sexuality and also their experiences, also their things that happened to them, even if they were victims of something, and also their preferences, like sexual preferences, like it's there. If you hide it or not, it's there, and not speaking about it is just postponing the transformation and bliss and acknowledgement and finding the people who connect to you. And it's not just about you, like it's about the whole collective that needs to move ahead. It's not just your secret. It's like you are connecting to this because it's in the consciousness. And if you don't speak about it, it just suffocates. It's just stuck there, and it just bubbles, and it's about to implode or explode. And so it's up to you. Like, do you want to be stuck? Do you want the society to be stuck? You want your sexual orientation groups, your nationalities, your culture, your religion, or your beliefs, spiritual beliefs, your historical beliefs, your scientific beliefs or knowledge, it could be really anything, like artistic inclinations and gifts. Like, do you want them to just keep suffocating? And when you are doing that, you are just part of the big suffocation on a big level. And eventually, someone will have to suffer through that transition. And it may as well be you. You will save yourself time. You will save others time. And since we are in it together, like, it will be happening for you if you want to move ahead anyway. So it's just up to you, like how long you want to hold it in, and when do you want to participate, fully participate. And yes, it may be that some people will laugh at you, but you know what, others that also are connected to that part of what wants to arise in the consciousness, what wants to be expressed. Now I'm crying. There are people who know that as well. There are people who get you. There are people who are connected to it as well. So if you never express it, they will never be able to find you. You will never be able to find them. You will never be able to find your soul family, with other words. So just like showing off naked, for a short time, naked, vulnerable, ridiculous, funny, maybe held wrong by many. But it seems like it's a very short time that it has to happen, so that those that really get you can start to find you and tell others that you exist, that you were not just an unfulfilled dream. Their dream. It's the same dream that they have. So it's like, with your soul family, it's your job to bring this part of consciousness out. And so you're in it together. Are you going to take one for the team? Are you going to jump as first one? You don't have to, by the way, but you can. And so what's wrong with, being in that vulnerable position where you can be ridiculed? If you don't do it, someone else from your soul group has to do it, and it's the same thing. it's no different than if you do it. So it doesn't really matter who starts it, but eventually we all will have to start moving and jumping, you know. Like you will be kind of like pushed, the crowd will eventually push you and you will have to jump anyway. So why not like already follow that movement so that we can start getting momentum as a whole, as a collective. I'm weeping now again. I don't know if you can see it. I think I'm connected now to this shame here. It's a collective shame. The thing is, the shame is there, but shame can be like very quick. Like it's really us who keep that stuck. We keep ourselves stuck in the shame. And so it doesn't mean like one has to tell other people's secrets, but whatever you learn from those secrets, like you are told those secrets for a reason, because there's something like you're getting this like secret information, right? It's no other than being a scientist, but for you is with people, right? So you're a scientist, you do all these like reactions, like figuring things out. Oh, when I do this, this is what happens. It's the same with people, like, oh, this happened to the person, this is how they reacted, right? And like, it's not about telling their personal secret, but it's about doing something with that, because you have knowledge that other people don't. So you can somehow connect the dots, like how people live their lives, and then do something with that. It doesn't have to be necessarily that you become a therapist, but somehow you can propel the society forward with that understanding how the dots connect. It's a very valuable information. And since there in a way, there are no real secrets, because we can constantly connect to all the information that is out there in the knowing field. Like that's what I'm doing right now. Like I'm just allowing myself to connect to it. That's what Einstein was doing when he was meditating, or Tesla. Like they would go into the meditation, they were downloading stuff and connecting the dots that were already there. It's our job to do that. Sometimes, if we don't listen so much to that field, the field will speak up to us through people. They will tell us secrets, right? But it's all information, and information, the thoughts are always there. They're constantly around us. If we allow them to be seen and to be heard, if like we can download them in this like meditative transit state, and if we don't, like often, like we will have people literally opening their mouth and saying it in real life. I don't know if you notice sometimes even that you will say things that you're like, oh my gosh, why did I say it? Where did it come from? Like it's like we become like these agents at times of the consciousness. It will speak through us to others, right? And we will, wow, I didn't want to say it. But it was the truth that the person already knew anyway, right? And now they heard it like with like voice, like real person voicing it, where it's like, oh, now it's real, even though I knew it always. So we have our own secrets, right? Like we think things and we don't really apply them or live them out or connect the dots and do something with it. So then universe or our reality may provide literally a person to say it in real words to us. And then we get pissed, we get triggered because we knew it already, right? But then it's like, oh, how did they know it? Oh my God. And so it's painful, and it was like, that's not nice of you to say. But at the same time, something starts rolling, even though it's so triggering, and it doesn't feel good at first because it's like, oh, I have been discovered. But it feels like everything starts moving, like you know, like all like this stuckness starts shifting and moving, and there's like more air comes in and more flow comes in. So even though I was so pissed and angry, and maybe I even like cried or I had a fit, like angry fit, still it's a good thing because everything starts moving, like it got expressed. And now things start adjusting, right? It's like it moves. And what I'm seeing is like even like the time moves, like the time moves. So I'm not seeing time, but what I'm seeing is like those how would you call it? The wheels like on a clock with the teeth, like that thing, like they move. I feel much lighter. So interesting. So shame. Yes, shame could be like a very short thing. Very short thing. It can shift in an instant. And it's held in place when we keep secrets, but in a way we keep secret, like we don't do something with the information, with the gifts that we have, something with the talents we have, with the pieces of the puzzle that we have. That's how we keep secrets stuck. So this is not about gossip, and it's not about saying personal secrets, but it's about not doing something with that valuable information that serves the whole collective. So I don't feel so bad about it anymore. I don't feel like I have to hide anymore. I'm like, okay, bring in the visible and the clients. I feel like much I can stand here now. Oh my God. So, and now I'm like, I'm taking this and I'm like, I'm expert in this, right? So somehow, I think what I got now is I got the value of the experiences and of the information in my personal life. Also the information that I got from being a family member, right? Or even a victim of my family, right? Like it doesn't, like whatever traumas they were, whatever, I think it was all pieces of the puzzle that helped me to be today who I am. All the stuff that I studied, all the cultural experiences, but also my own like sexual preferences, my religious or spiritual preferences, my cultural preferences, but also like, you know, everything that, yeah, all kind of like preferences, like food and so on, you know, like all that is providing me pieces of the puzzle that are mine to put together for the whole, for the benefit of all. And I don't have to understand all, but I just have to understand my little corner of the puzzle. It's like we all are putting puzzle together, like a huge collective puzzle, and I'm focusing on my corner, and that person is focusing on their corner, but they can see also my corner, right? And then you have people who don't see my corner because they're so far, they're working on their corner. So that's okay. You know, I have enough people who see me working on my corner, and so I get enough acknowledgement and recognition from them for me to feel confident and to keep going, right? Just the soul family here. And then there are those that totally don't get my corner. They're like, oh, you're working on whatever. Like if this was like earth and that's the air, they know the air. They're the air people. So they know how to put the clouds puzzles together, and the humidity in the air, and some birds, how they fly through once in a while. So that's the puzzle they are doing, right? While I have rocks here and lava and whatever, some grass and some roots and some worms. So they don't need to know that necessarily, right? So now I think eventually when the whole puzzle has been done, then everyone can look from above, and then they can look at, wow, what did you guys do there? That's amazing. I love air. I never met air before. I never saw anything like that before. But now that you put it together, I like it. I want that experience. Like how much? Or what do I need to do to get that experience, right? But before they put it together, I couldn't see, like they're in their little group doing something, but I don't see what they're doing until it's done. So I cannot, I'm focused on my thing. But once they put it together, and maybe they're faster than me, then I'm like, wow, what is that? And I may not be ready yet to show them. I'm like, well, I'm still working on mine, but wow, I surely like yours. But let me go back to mine, and then you can show them like, okay, so this is what showed up in our world. Like there are some worms, there are some rocks, there's some lava, there's some grass, there's some metals or whatever, some water comes here too, So that's my experience here. And then you want some of it, you can have it, but then we have to have some exchange, you don't come here and just take, or you don't come here just to experience that for no exchange, because then this will be all crowded and then nothing is happening over there. So there needs to be some exchange, and I think the exchange is the money. So if I want to go to play with your puzzle, I give you this for a little bit, I can play in yours, and then when you come to mine, you give me this, so I can let you play here, but with this, I can go to other places to experience other places. So there needs to be exchange of this. And for now it's money, but it could be, who knows, like one day we can have different system. Right now, money, it seems like works very well for that. So I have that here. Okay, so I feel ready for the people that I sent out. So let's see. Hi, Yogi. Give me my exercise. What did you do? Seriously? It's so funny that the wind flew them away. Oh my God. I let them fly away because I wasn't ready. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. So just put them here first. Clients and the visible one. Okay, so first I see the clients and I want to hug them, and then I put them right there where I can see them, so they don't stay so stuck with me. They stay at the nice distance, like more comfortable distance where we can see each other. So I hug them, and then they stay there. Whew. And then I have this here. This is my gift. This is my part of the puzzle that I understand. And I can show that to them. Let me see. Yeah, they come to hug us as well. Yes, and then they look at that and they're like, oh yeah, I like it. Oh, this is very interesting. So if I take this, you know, like you can have this. And it feels like I'm just getting a part of that gift. And with that, I can go somewhere else. I can work on my puzzle that, you know, so I can work out something on my puzzle with that. Like they give me a piece that I needed. And then I can move on. Let me see. So this is the one that was like in the closet, the one that needs to come out and feel confident and be visible. I have still a little bit of headache from this, like from all the information that is stuck, that is stagnating, that is not moving. And I want to say, like, I see you. And I want to say, you know, I know I cannot take care of all of it because this feels like the whole earth, like the whole collective is drenched in that. So I know I cannot do that, but whatever, like, was my part. And I think that the shame is kind of an indication that there's the, like there's some kind of treasure. Like the shame doesn't have to be stuck. It can be removed very fast if I acknowledge that the shame somehow led me to some treasure. And so I understand now, like if I keep the shame and I try to suppress it, I'm just suppressing it, like this whole has been doing it as well. Like we have been doing it on the collective level. And then it brings the headache, it brings the stagnation, it brings like things that don't function very well. So I'm willing to take my responsibility to take care of my own shame, which is actually very fast. I can transform that very, very fast. And I can see shame more as a support. It's some kind of I feel it as a protection and a support, but in a way where it's different than protection where I don't deal with it and suppress. It's more like it protects me. It protects me from staying stuck if I am willing to look at it. If I am willing to look at it, it can transform me very fast and bring me into movement, into rapid transformation, rapid movement forward, rapid evolution, rapid growth. If I'm willing to look at it. So it can be protective in both ways, in a suppressive way where then I implode or I'm stuck or I explode, or it can be a protector in a way where if I have the understanding to work with it, I have the courage to look at it, I have the courage to embrace it, it guides me to my gift, to very personal information and treasure that I can work with, that will make me more unique. This makes me actually more unique, more interesting, more valuable. Whatever is behind the shame, like there's treasure. So if I'm willing to embrace it, it makes me visible, easily to be recognized. And then the money, see, like the money right away wants to come in. And the gift, the treasure, the understanding that only I have, but there is also like the coloring to it. Like the shame gives it special coloring, like it gives it the brand. The shame gives us a brand, or whatever is behind the shame. It's interesting. So now I'm looking at the people in my past, and it's not just family. It's like people, you know, in school, in my home country or home, neighbors, colleagues, teachers, friends, bullies, whatever, strangers on the street that looked at me wrong or touched me inappropriately or bumped into me. And I'm looking at all of it and I'm like, I can work with all of that. Like all those things that really touched me in life, that really made me pay attention, even in like negative way, right? Like I can work with it. That's all part of my brand. It's all what makes me unique, what makes me more special, what makes me more valuable, what makes me more visible, makes me more recognizable. Like, yeah, it gives me the special brand, the special spice, the special coloring, the special taste. And so that's what my clients want. And there's also something else, like when we do that all together, right? So I do it, the clients are in a way like part of my soul family anyway, and we work on moving things ahead, which is this year. So kind of interesting that, so this turned out to be like the collective consciousness that wants to move ahead. It doesn't want to be stagnant. It's our earth. It's what we are part of. It's the spirit in a way as well. So it wants to move. It wants to move. And I think it just showed us how to make that happen today. Which is pretty cool. I think I'm done. This was, wow. Thank you, everyone. Like, I'm like thanking everyone who was part of my evolution or my experience. Past lives, you know, family information that was transmitted, the consciousness talking to me through the mouth of real people and experiences. Feels good. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for holding the space and coming up with the topic and showing up. Yeah, thank you. Oh, there was some chat going on here. How cool. All right, if anyone would like to talk.
I'm going to unmute myself and clap. Excellent performance.
How fun. Oh my goodness. This was good. Some awesome information, don't you think? I'm like, wow.
Yes, you're very talented with the downloads. You know, I'm thinking it's not even a well, maybe it's constellation, but I'm just
thinking, it's whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's a pleasure to watch you process it, and as you do, I'm processing my stuff and very much on the same page in so many areas, and seeing my journey overlay on it, you know, how the keys are not going to be given to us till you work for it and sacrifice for it. The energy isn't an equal exchange. You know, it's totally something else. I had a bit of a health scare at the end of June, and I ended up working with someone who only has a gym because, you know, if people found out what he's doing, it's amazing what he's doing, and he has this contraption in the window so people would not come in, and he forbid me to talk about him, to tell other people. And you go, you run a business, like, why wouldn't you? But it's not that. It's not really a business. It's secrets. It's really keys. And the funny thing is, the gym was across the street I lived on in 2009 for half a year. And I went by it and I wondered what it was. And I never went in. So it is like you have to be ready to receive. And yeah. So I guess as far as business and money, the higher, I don't know. I really don't know where that piece kind of fits in yet, because if someone really wants it hard, you know it's not about money. Like if they really want and they can receive it, you will give it. But yeah, not sure about that money thing, but this was wonderful.
Awesome.
It was really awesome. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you all also for supporting each other. I'm reading the comments where people were crying and triggered and all that. Thank you for supporting each other during that and helping each other out. So good. And Stina is, yes, my rebranding is all about my work with my shame. So good. Yes. Awesome. Okay, people are processing. Okay, who else would like to speak? Like what shifted? What got clarified?
For me, I realized that shame disappears when I speak about it. And shame, the easiest way to get rid of shame is actually to either talk about it or to shine light on it. Yeah. And so it's stepping out of the shadow and become visible. That's how my shame will disappear. Yeah. So the more visible I get, the less shame I will carry. Yeah. Both mine or others. So that was really big. And that's also it was when you say that was, I mean, when you said the shame gives us the brand, I was jumping up and down because that was like, oh.
I'm now like excited, like what are all my shames?
Yes, and that's when I wrote down in the chat, you know, yes, I was screaming here.
Yeah, one of my shames is like, I'm not doing constellation the way it's supposed to be done.
No, I think it's about the I can never pronounce this word in English. Vulnerability. Uh-huh. As soon as you go there, shame steps out. Mm-hmm. And that's also one way of shining light onto me. And what's interesting is that I had to, the thing is I'm creating candle holders. And because I I realize now, oh, I'm getting all teary. This is huge. Okay. It's carrying the light, and it's lighting up the flames. That this is what's coming to me now. And while I had to, because there's a special candle holder that I just finalized, and during the constellation I had to go downstairs and bring it and place it in the window so it's all visible for everybody passing my house, and I lit the candle. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's where I am. Thank you.
That's amazing. And thank you for following that impulse, like, like the impulse to move and do something. That's exactly how this should be working. That's exactly what I wanted to communicate. So you did it. And so that's really how we work with all of this. That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. This was really good.
So I just wanted to say, Sharon, I will ask you to share the video in the group that you shared in my other group about the lady that was being abused by her father, because she talked about like coming out of shame and then like the whole process, how it worked for her. I think it's so good. It's so similar to what showed up today.
Okay.
Right? Or at least like I see big value in, like, because she was very good at putting it into words about her whole process, how it had to happen and how it was like keeping her stuck and all that, and then what was on the other side. So good. So I think it would be helpful. I'm going to watch it again too. Okay, anyone else would like to say how this was for you?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, hello. You want to? Okay, I'll go. I wrote down when you were like lying on the floor, and so I said, "What more do I need to let out?" This secret part. Because I'm out with a lot, and I sit every week on Facebook, and I cry and I get angry and I'm vulnerable and I'm out as a lesbian and blah blah blah, and I'm a woman of color, and then I'm really going out. I said, what is it that I'm holding back, that I'm not telling? And so it's my turn, and so we come to like behind the shame, and that the shame gives the brand, and so I'm coming out again here. I have shame about being extremely intelligent. This is weird. But I never talk about that. I use the word gifted like a little like here, a little like there, but it's like I have like all heartbeat things going on here. But that's a part of me that I like hardly ever talk about. When I first found out, that's like, I'm all shaking. That's like 20 years ago. And I saw these little numbers. Look at my hand.
Good. Go for it.
So I saw this little number because I was like, it's a kind of like psychiatric blah blah, when I was a child, and they were looking through like, is this girl okay? She's doing okay. And I didn't know what this little number was, and then we didn't have Google, but the internet existed, so I was reading through all these papers several times, and I was like, what is this? So I had to like go out and find out what it was. And then it said 132 according to risk, and I was like, okay, risk. And then I looked, and it's like, oh shit, because my mother used to tell me because she's narcissistic, and I don't go out with that either. Yeah, that's not a secret in the same way. But she would say to me, like, when I didn't agree with her, now you're stupid. So I thought I was not exactly stupid, but I lived in the lie of being plain and not so bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have reclaimed my looks. I know I'm a beautiful woman.
Yes.
I have not reclaimed my brain and my brains and the way I think and the way I see things, and my way of like soaring over how other people see things and just grasping things like this. I keep that. I still keep that a secret, and I have to come out to my clients because that's who they are.
Yeah, and it's very good for credibility, you know.
That's who they are, and I had one of those in my practice today. Yeah, saying exactly that. We're on the same level. I said, I know you can manipulate the shit out of everybody else, but you had standing a chance with me. She said, that right, and that's why you're here. I said, yes, that's why I'm here. Okay, thank you very much. What a
Branding.
Yeah.
Have fun tomorrow.
You're the bomb. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Awesome. Good job. Yay. Hi, Ostara. When did you join us? Did you know what I was doing or did you get it?
Yeah, I started to follow it at the end. I think I missed probably
What it was about?
yeah, but I got it. Clients, shame. I thought you were brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely
And letting
brilliant.
it happen through me. Yes, that's my brilliance. I'm not very fast here, though. That's not my brand. But awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, so we kind of like found out that the shame is really the other side of your brilliance, of your gifts. So if you are able to look at it, you can rebrand with the help of the shame. What's behind the shame? All the gifts behind that that are hiding behind that. It will bring everything to movement. It's so cool.
We were actually talking to some ladies yesterday, and what came out, what came through from our guides was that shame is a man-made emotion, and it's a combination of, let's see, my notes here. Anger, jealousy, and guilt.
Okay. Yeah, emotions, bring everything to motion, right? So, yes, super cool, amazing. So I love my shame now. Like I can't wait to go into my shame, all the places. It's so funny. Oh my God.
Well, that was really beautiful when you said it's like branding, rebranding.
Yeah.
That there's a treasure to be found. That was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I think that touched everyone.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait to see how they start popping out and moving. It's good. Awesome. Thank you so much. Who else would like to talk? Sharon, would you like to talk?
I didn't get so much an intellectual association,
Okay.
but just before you brought back the two aspects that had put outside, I got this sharp pain in my tummy and I had to run to the bathroom. So some kind, obviously a deep release, which hopefully I'll figure out what it is.
Yes. Yeah, you work a lot with your body, so like all the sensations in your body.
I do a lot, yes.
A lot. So it takes sometimes, it takes me sometimes to like time to translate it, which is good. But in a way, like you got it. Like you just don't know maybe how to say how to translate it to others. How you got it? You got it. Yeah. Awesome. Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Sari, would you like to share? Let's see.
Hi.
Hello.
I think I just joined when you were just starting the constellation, and I was asking, oh, what is it about? So I did not know the whole thing till you actually said the intention, and I was like, I actually was so overwhelmed, and I was so this thing, because just today I had a meeting with a client, and I have had various kinds of clients. Some this person wanted highest quality of work and almost at one third of the cost. And today I told myself, there's this saying, when you know what you're worth, you don't no when you know what you're worth, you stop giving people discounts. Whether it is in professionalism, a profession, or whether it is in a relationship. So I think it was very overwhelming for me, and towards the end, as I went and listened to you, I think I got lost in between. I was just trying to control myself emotionally, but I liked that rebranding part, and I think I need to repackage myself and repackage and rebrand my skill sets,
Yes.
and we all have that gift. It is so important, we all of us have that beautiful gift, which is only and only unique to us, and we need to share it to the world in whatever way we can. I'm so thankful for today's session. I did not know the topic. I just landed right when you were starting. So I think there was a big call for me to be on the session.
Amazing.
So beautiful, so grateful from my heart. Thank you so much, Clara. And thank you everyone for participating.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. You know what I just remembered when you were sharing about the client. So sometimes I realize that there are clients that will have like these high expectations, and in a way, like they will have an image how you should be, right? So you are here to transform them or to help them, but they already know exactly how they want that to be and how you should be. And they start kind of like using shame. So it's a way they start shaming you into intimidating you, and then you start like they think that you start like serving them, bringing the kind of like bring the price, kind of like cater to their special needs because they push you down like that, right? And I actually don't take any of that stuff. And I'm like, call me.
Actually,
I don't want to work with you. I don't care. I can tell everyone, when they start using
this was very weird. This was very weird because exactly what you just said is when writing a denial email to me, this person actually forwarded me another email from somebody else doing the same task at almost one third of the cost.
like,
and this person said, oh,
yes.
Yeah. So I was very polite. I said, I'm very happy that you got what you wanted at a reasonable price, but you have an experience of a car as an Audi. You can also have a car as some other lower brand. It's an experience. Both are cars. So, and then I felt good about it later on, but I would not have been able to do this earlier.
Yeah, good.
I would feel bad about myself, I would earlier feel bad. So that's exactly what shaming is about. You should not self-shame. It's okay. I told her that I am putting that much effort. I'm going to give you the highest quality without you needing to, pursue me, follow me, and things like that. Because I know that I will be providing in that much quality. But they kind of have experience with, okay, yeah, this can be done this way, and this will yield this kind of results. Yeah.
What I'm realizing is that people that are trying to shame you will just keep you stuck. You will not move anywhere with that. They will suck you dry. And it's not going to serve you in your evolution and in the evolution of your clients. So I'm realizing it now. So if people show up like that, with that kind of attitude of shaming, so I'm like, oh, okay, bye, because this is not going to help anyone. It's not going to help them. It's not going to help my other clients, and it's not going to help me. So yeah, this is good. Good. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Shirley, how was this for you? Your first time? Shirley, are you there? Don't know about. Okay, maybe she doesn't want to speak, or maybe she had to do something. All right. Anyway, so are we complete? Everyone feels good? Good luck tomorrow. Good luck rebranding. enjoy. I'm going to rewatch it. This was really good. I feel so good. I want to watch it again, and I can't wait to work on the shame. It's like, I never knew how valuable that was. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Sari. We understood you. Okay. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. So we are going to meet in a month. Unless things are happening and we need to meet before, just let me know. You know, I just don't want to, I want us to have enough time to really apply what we are doing too. Because otherwise it goes too fast and some people have trouble catching up. So let's try it that way. All right? Okay. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.